Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we see a squad from the Big 12, the Liberty Flames, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Broncos will boot it away to start the game. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Offense set on first down. They'll run it to the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On target to the left. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense. Cradling that fumble and securing it.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Back to throw, it's Salter. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Yeah, in 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 4th down, looking to pass. Moving away from pressure. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The give out of the gun. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On 3rd down, going up top. Makes the catch. It's Copeland. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. From that spot on the field, you had to expect them to go for it, and it worked out.
Why the heck would you not go for it? I mean, I almost want to go for it on every part of the field, especially once you start to get this deep in territory. But you're also, field goals aren't 100% this distance. It's a little bit of a longer kick. Just try to keep this drive alive and try to go get extra points.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Pressure coming. Flips it out in the flat. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Liberty. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Leads it with the back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, And who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. First down to start the drive after the break. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Off play action. And a quick shuffle pass underneath. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
It'll be a draw. On the move at the 30. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Right back to the well. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Hit as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Flames will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Boise State ready to send out that offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance. But
the expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Broncos.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He'll bring it out. It's Gray. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll try to run for it. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Flames will have it 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Buying some time. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. The ball's free. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
On the option. The pitch. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
A little screen to the running back. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. To the air, it's Salter. Trying to get to it. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. To the 10. Can anyone catch him? Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. First down.
He's looking to throw. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Flames.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
On second down, looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Feeling some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're bringing heat. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision. Do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that wasn't an interception.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to pass, it's Salter. Dances away to buy time. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Flames will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of
open runway ahead. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Broncos racing to the line in the hurry-up.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Handoff from the shotgun. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Avoids pressure. Floating away. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Flames will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And he muffs it, a loose football. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Excellent field position here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Now adjusting. Makes the grab. It's Bates. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Broncos have pushed it inside the 20. Quarterback checking off. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Quarterback gets enough. He's off to the races. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Liberty. They take the lead with the 6.
That's the kind of play that might happen only one time in your life if you're lucky. It's like a hole-in-one in golf. Pollock, a 99-yard touchdown run.
When you get almost 100 yards on the day, you're happy. But when you get it on one carry, it's even better. They give it to him. Once he gets past that second level, no one catches him all the way to the house. 99 yards.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Boise State ready to send out that offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We move the football.
And he breaks into the open. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Broncos! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB. Back to throw, it's Salter. He's right on target.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Flames will send out the punt unit. Let's see what he can do with it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll try to get the first through the air. Complete. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
They'll give it to the back. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Broncos are rolling down the field.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. To the ground. He's got it again. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. And the Broncos headed quickly to the line. He's going to pass on second down. Fires downfield. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium. And the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise, you can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
They'll give it to him again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Grab near the marker. It's Henderson. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Flames come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Discards a man. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Flames! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there getting set. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time we can be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. From the gun to give, looking for room. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
That didn't bust for a long one. Now, 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
He'll try to pop the draw. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. A run for the quarterback. Past the 45. Afterburners coming. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's...
Touchdown, Liberty! They've got the lead here in the 4th. On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He's going to bring it out from deep. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. On the option. He'll pitch it. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. He's back to throw on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, and you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Right back to the well. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Flames have moved it inside the 20. They'll try to power their way ahead. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the